dream here on the third floor of the place at ZJJ and a dream close-up of it almost seemed like it was inside this place. I slept on the floor with the blankets, and close-up of a dog with a big mouth. Even almost seems like, well, just now the idea comes to me from the Beatles' Yellow Submarine, the big mouth dog, and close-up to the dog right at me, and then I got I think it's first a stick, then it's a baseball bat, and then I'm saying to someone, yeah, give me the baseball bat, give me the baseball bat. And the dog coming closer, then backing off and coming closer, and I can see it's really has no fear of me, and it's and I'm just thinking I want to hit it on the head and hard, and you see the teeth and the mouth, and it could be like an attack dog. And last night at the dinner, they invited me. I wasn't eating. Everybody's listening from a distance, and it's like so much stress to all this playing up to the power that be, and this man, obviously the key man, and turns out, yeah, he's a general, and so I was just working on the audio for TV flicker rate and John Trudell, and working on the audio repeat for my videos, and then this girl who's she's obviously been outside. She'd been to England, and she invited me for drinks, and I think with their boyfriend. I think what. So I said, well, I don't drink, and he said, oh, just for talking, and then so I went back to the dinner room, and asking all these philosophical questions and trying to bait me and catch me on thinking from a perspective of Buddhism or Taoism, and I'm thinking, and then I mentioned that woman who was in Cameron, who did hypnotism for 35 years, has been doing, and revealed that people would tell of their memories of having come here from other planetary systems, other dimensions, and actually haven't chosen to come here, and then how this happened after World War II. So then they asked me, well, you think you're one of them? And then I said, yeah. So then that kind of like put a new dimension to the perspective there, and it seemed like all they know is the classical books, and just thinking philosophical. I was focused on, well, we're in a special time where the planet is, I asked if your mother was being attacked, you do something about it, and then the guy, the artist there, Hansa, said, I told the story of the Buddha, and said this general came along and said to the Buddha, let me cut off your arm, and then the Buddha said, okay, and then he said, oh, I'm not, enlightened enough because I felt pain or something like that. And then he said, well, the earth is like that, and if the earth feels pain, then it's not enlightened enough. Would you do that to your mother? And then I said, well, it's true, the earth is also evolving, but part of the process of health is to reject poisonous cells, and that's what's happening with the earthquakes and volcanoes, and the earth is vomiting, getting rid of the human technological pollution civilization. Well, and so I shared the room here with this general, and he was apparently meditating. I was meditating, and then he came and he was meditating. He's 72 years old, and he was high government general. He kept on talking about Buddhism, and while they're eating all this meat, so I said something indiscreet and undiplomatic, and I said, well, here we are eating the planet, all the animals, this is karma. We kill the animals, and what about the future for the children? The fish, the animals, all this. So they're drinking and smoking and eating the meat, and I was indiscreet. Probably you'll never forget it. So then I showed them a video from the singing. So they were saying, well, they'll help develop this program and introduce me to the schools, and we'll see. But walking around, there's so many visual scenes, that's for sure. It's rich in people scenes, and then the water bridge scenes are good too. So I'm here, at least until my checks come in. Oh, me, oh.